The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our broadcast setting tonight. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trail Blazers as they go up against the Memphis Grizzlies. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Crowder.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines, and we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Blazers coach Terry Stotts had previous head coaching stints in Atlanta and Milwaukee, but it was as an assistant coach in Dallas, where he helped win the 2011 title, that he rejuvenated his career. Stotts wasn't sure he'd get another coaching opportunity, but after that, he said the stars aligned. Kevin, he's now in year 8 as head coach in Portland.
The players love him. Thank you, David. 2 struggling teams with frustrated players. Brent, when you were playing, did you have any kind of trick for kind of getting out of that malaise, that trough?
Sometimes for individuals, you have things that you've gone to in the past, whether it was through your high school career or your collegiate career. The interesting thing about a team dynamic, Kevin, is how do you do it collectively? And so the best way is to try to find something that you can do to step away from the game, get your mind onto something else, try to normalize an experience throughout the year.
Like what? I mean, give me an example.
Well, maybe something where your team goes out to go see a movie together, or on the road, you go somewhere to a museum, or I know it sounds silly, but any time that you have that kind of away experience and you come back in, the perspective on the next game changes maybe just enough for you guys to recover.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jones is out there with Allen. Then there's Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jaren Jackson. And it's Clark in at the 4-man position. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Rodney Hood out there with Anthony. And it's Whiteside in at the 5 down low. So the Portland Trail Blazers able to put the first points up on the board. Clark for 3. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to Utah.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
Shot clock at 3. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Quick elevation for a 5. Makes him deadly on the interior, was Whiteside.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Jackson kicks to Jones. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Clark, and Whiteside sends it back.
When you consider just how long and how big Whiteside is down there, it's not surprising that shot blocking is something he does well.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Puts it up off the inbound, and Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Whiteside.
Nice awareness from Whiteside there, understanding where his teammates were on that possession.
Jackson against Whiteside. Here's Jones, and Anthony sends it back. And the officials now calling the shooting foul. He got a lot of ball on the block, but also got the body, so some free throws coming up right now. Memphis shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And the first one at the line is good.
You go back to 2015, the Blazers lost 4 of their 5 starters in the offseason. So instead of rebuilding, they retooled around Damian Lillard, and what a piece to retool behind. Amazing how far they've come in the past couple seasons. where they've placed in the Western Conference.
And he can't hit the second. Well, you know, Brent, you've got to give a lot of credit to the Blazers front office, continuing to fortify this roster with under-the-radar acquisitions.
And interesting adjusting around a couple of albatross contracts to now have a team that's capable at positions that a lot of teams are trying to fill. That's the wing position.
It's Anderson with the drive, uses the glass to finish the layup.
Anderson finishing through contact. I like to see him make the mid-air adjustment to get that ball off.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. McCollum dishes to Lillard. From deep. Offensive rebound. Whiteside draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
All about positioning. Whiteside throws himself into the mix and comes away with the rebound.
Well, he might not be blocking 4 shots a game anymore, but Hassan Whiteside's still a factor in the paint defensively.
And with Whiteside, his size and length set him apart from others defensively. Greg, even at the center position.
You just can't ignore the reach and coverage that Whiteside has when he's in the paint. Even though the block numbers aren't what they once were, the amount of shots he changes is still very high.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. To the inside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Anderson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
No good on the free throw. Brent, at this point, perennial contenders sometimes coast through the final games of the regular season. Any danger that they can't hit that right button or flip the switch and get back into gear?
When you hear analysts say that the playoffs are all about matchups, they are exactly right. You and I talked about this, Kevin, several years ago about
all the time.
Going into the playoffs, teams don't have to be hot. You don't have to be 10-2 in the last 12 games for your playoffs, because all of a sudden, if you're matched up against a team that's owned you all year long, your chances of winning that series are very, very slim. So it becomes just let's get in and let's find out who we're playing, and then we'll get to work. 2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Lillard against Jones. Anderson outside. The 3. Rebounded by Anthony. Trailblazers leading by 6. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Pass to Carmelo. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Clark. No points in the game yet for him. Allen outside. Just 5 on the clock. From deep 3-point range, the shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Jones against Anthony. Pass to Lillard. Over to the left wing. Hood against Anderson. Here's Whiteside. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Anderson passes to Allen. Memphis moving it around. Jones with it. Now Anthony defending. Here's Clark. He's coming off a 16-point game against Dallas.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Melo can just go right through any sort of contact down low.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
He's off on the first.
Melo's still bringing the passion to the floor. No matter what's going on around, he's still going to be a gamer.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Labissiere's checked in for Whiteside. Little comes in for Rodney Hood. Kent Bazemore's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Memphis also making some changes. Crowder, he's checked in for Clark. Dylan Brooks comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Iguodala in for Allen. The Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
Mario Hezonja's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. So timeout called here, but first for Memphis.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Whiteside.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now here's Brooks. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
The Grizzlies shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. When it comes to hustle, effort, who would you put on the floor to get those 50-50 balls that are just so important and sometimes, with the win or loss in the balance?
And I watch Kawhi Leonard, and even though he's a superstar player, there's still some efficiency in his action to go and get that ball.
He just never stops.
He never stops. And so, yeah, he might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverly who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court. But, those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff. And when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize it. You're exactly right.
That's pretty unselfish there. He sees that there's a better shot on the perimeter and bang, just kicks it out.
Portland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. There's the pass to Little. kicks to Bazemore. They can't stop the run with that one.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Here's Simons after the made shot from Jay Crowder. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think we'll have a great legacy for his time with Golden State. Moment now to look at the numbers for Bazemore. His last 10 games, he's around 14 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
And now, here's Hazonia. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. To end the run, and it's Simons missing.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Portland trailing here. Now here's Little. Stolen by Jackson. Iguodala's drive. The rebound by Simons.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Some changes for Memphis. Solomon Hill comes in for Jackson. And it's Jackson in for Jones.
Jackson.
Here's Simons. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Memphis.
Outside Jackson. With the fadeaway. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Wanting to become more consistent as a threat, especially from the mid-range. Nice to see Josh knock that down.
Hazonia finds Bazemore. Stolen by Brooks. Fast break Memphis. Brooks has got the ball. Here's Iguodala. It's blocked.
Just terrific D by Bazemore, really clamping down on his man and giving no room to get that shot off.
Little can't hit. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Iguodala right side. Back to Crowder. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Brooks. That one rolling around and rims out. Portland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Little gets the bucket.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The drive by Brooks. Outside Jackson. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. And it's blocked. Bazemore with it. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Josh Jackson.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 at the line here.
Taking 2 shots.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And so he makes both from the line. 5 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. From deep. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 2. And we'll be back with you right after this.
Ran up on him. I ain't said he never fought me. Oh, man.
Here we go now.
Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they've built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Hazonia is out there with Scal Labissiere. Then there's Kent Bazemore. Then it's Little. And it's Simons in at the 1. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And now, here's Hazonia. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
First free throw is good. There's a lot of talk, Brent, about eliminating divisions, something that's been discussed. Do you ever think that's going to happen?
I don't understand what the divisions are. Do you?
Well, we don't pay attention to the divisions.
We don't pay any attention to the divisions.
It's all about conference.
And we know that divisions end up helping in some ways with the playoff seedings, but it just seems strange today to have the divisions the way they are divided up. I think it helps when you're opening up a fish wrap in the morning if you check a traditional newspaper, but otherwise, there could be something that goes away soon.
Now, here is Hill. He's coming off a 10-point game against Dallas. Allen for the 3. Portland grabs the miss. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
and they had to scrape and claw to get the win the last time these two teams went head-to-head. It came down to a few key free throws at the end.
And so here's Memphis. The Blazers getting the bucket. Fires the three. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. And here's Bazemore. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Here's McCollum. He doesn't hit that one. Hill with some nice D. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you.
Well, Hill finding his way to the line does not back away from the contact on his way up. Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Well, Brent, you talk about all that travel for the Blazers. That can wear you down.
Well, interesting. The Blazers have done some particular things off the floor for their players, bringing in UV lights into the locker rooms, coffee before the game. It's very much hipster Pacific Northwest.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point.
Now, Hill's smart about taking quality shots. He can play either forward position. It's a nice bit of versatility for a coaching staff.
Oh, that's blocked. The feed to Allen. And Whiteside sends it back.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter. Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Now here's Anderson. The dish to Brooks. Allen for 3. Rebounded by Anthony.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Cullen passes to Whiteside. Anthony trying to get open. Tries again, and it's laid in by Whiteside. Whiteside's got 4 points this quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Allen passes to Hill. Back to Allen. 4 on the clock. Memphis the rebound. Brooks outside. And he's good on the 3 ball. Brooks has got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
Here's Anthony. Here's Whiteside. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. Tyus Jones comes in for Dillon Brooks. That one misses for Whiteside.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade, a chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
3 on the clock. Clark kicks to Jackson, and it's blocked by Whiteside. Here's Anthony. Whiteside.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And so here's Memphis, trailing by 4. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Yeah, and quick, like as quick as possible. That was a dismal showing, especially for them at the offensive end. D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
McCollum against Allen. And Jones has it in the corner. 5 on the clock. Feeds to Jackson. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Anthony down low. Second shot opportunity. It's stolen by Allen. Memphis has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. That's tipped. Jones against Lillard. Jones looking for an opening. Here's Jackson, and it's Memphis with another.
And loving the confidence, just rise and be free, and you know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Grizzlies. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
And a moment here to check out some numbers for Clark. His last 10 games have been exceptional. He's averaging 14 points a game, 10 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
Yeah, this is what his coaches have been waiting for that light bulb to turn on, and right now, it is burning bright. He looks fantastic.
And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. A different look now for Portland. Scal Labissière's checked in for Whiteside. Hezonja comes in for Anthony, and it's Simons in for McCollum. And Memphis also making a switch. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Allen. And so here's Portland. Outside Hood. Clock at 6. Portland needs to get off a shot. Labissière, the pass to Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
Portland leading. Outside Hood. Lillard outside. Basket made, just his second this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
Outside, Jones. On the wing, Iguodala. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet, and it'll go. Clark. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Clark. Lillard surveying the D. A 3-ball. Good on the 3-point shot. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Now defensively, you like to try and run Lillard off of that spot because, man, he gets it going out there, he's going to hurt you.
To the middle, here's Clark. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
Little, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Ken Bazemore comes in for Lillard. Then for the Grizzlies, Crowder comes in for Jaren Jackson. And Josh Jackson subbed in for Kyle Anderson.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
And now, here's Hazonia. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Bazemore, and it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
Remains Portland ball.
.115 left in the first half of the game. Here's Little. Drops in the layup for two. Little's got his second basket of the night.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Crowder dishes to Clark. Portland grabs the miss. And now Portland on the break. 43 seconds left to play in the first half. Bazemore passes to Simons. He kicks to Labissiere. 6 on the shot clock. Bounce pass Bazemore. Labissiere dishes to Bazemore over Iguodala. They get the rebound. Simons. Good work defensively by Crowder.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
One shot. One shot.
Now Bazemore. He's still scoreless so far in this one. With 1 on the clock, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Trailblazers lead by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
We just got to compete. Keep competing, trust each other, and make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. A tremendous game we're seeing from Hassan Whiteside. He had 13 points, 5 block shots, and 10 rebounds. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive board. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Well, one thing happened that really helped them out. Their bench came in and played absolutely beautiful. Gave them a huge boost. Not just trying to hold court, but actually putting points on the scoreboard. These guys should be starting, Ernie.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Hassan Whiteside in this game. Guys, he's everywhere.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of the game that's been so far. Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' 5. We've got Allen. Jaren Jackson is out there with Clark. Then it's Jones. And it's Anderson in at the 3.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here. That one drops. He ties it up. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. The Trailblazers shooting 40% from the field. And Lillard kicks to McCullough. Back to Lillard. To the paint. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
I'd like to see when Whiteside has the size and improved touch that he's got to take advantage of his defender. And right now doing it offensively.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
Clock is at 3. Jones, no one around him. Nice shot from the wing. Jones has got 6 points. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Now here's McCollum. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Kept alive. Here's Anthony.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Allen against McCullough. Over Jackson. The Grizzlies pull it in. Clark's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. And so he hits both. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. 6-point game. Outside Hood. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Lillard from outside. Here's Whiteside. And just miss after miss right now.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
For Memphis, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for Clark. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. Lillard against Jones. McCollum outside. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Whiteside off the drive. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 6 assists in the game. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Stolen by Jackson. Here's Clark, covered by Anthony. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, easy call.
At the line for the Grizzlies, Clark. At the line for 2.
That one is off. And Memphis making a change here. Brooks checked in. He hits the second from the line. Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Lillard. Outside Hood. Takes the 3. But they'll get another chance.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound. Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Pass to Clark. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Anthony.
And there, Clark showing a little burst, trying to create some offense. He has the athleticism, and the defense isn't necessarily expecting it.
He's been spending quite a bit of time at the foul line. This is trip number 6. And that one falls for Clark. And so Clark nails both of them. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Lillard against Allen. Lillard outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got 10.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy. Well, Damian Lillard and his commitment to not only the way that he wants to play and wants to improve, but his commitment to Portland and this city and this franchise has been nothing short of remarkable.
Brent, you think about Lillard's value not just to the Blazers, but to the entire community of Portland, Oregon. Outstanding.
Always great, Kevin, to see a superstar take it off the floor and want to make impacts in the community. Lillard has been amazing at the job that he's done here in Portland and has stayed committed to where this franchise wants to go and trying to bring a championship to the Northwest.
Free throw, good, Anderson.
Well, a structured, all-around strong game from Kyle Anderson. He's really smart and heady and a tough cover, so you'll wonder how much further he can improve his game.
Jay Crowder's checked in for the Grizzlies. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's McCollum. And again, it's Portland converted.
You give CJ that kind of shot, and he's going to knock it down. He'll exploit the defense all night long.
Anderson outside. Good on the 13-footer.
Timeout.
He's got 5.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for Rodney Hood. Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. Trailblazers trail by 5. It's McCollum on the wing. Here's Lillard, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter. Knocked away and stolen by Lillard. McCollum up top. Pass to Whiteside. From the wing. Bazemore misses.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Brooks, the pass to Crowder. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Can't allow that much separation, even as the pass is coming his way. Gotta try and crowd Carmelo as best you can.
Now here's Allen. 6 points for him. Here's Jackson. Count that one. Jackson's got 6.
Well, defensively, they've been flat in this second half. A very different type of team than we saw in the first.
Now here's McCollum. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. It's blocked. Anthony against Allen. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's Anthony drives in.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Allen. How last month turned out for him, he's averaging 8 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's putting in the effort, and you can see him getting better with time.
So many little things that you have to learn to grow as a player. He's just going through a bit of that process right now.
first one falls for him. Little, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Lillard. Memphis also making some changes. Solomon Hill comes in for Jackson. And it's Iguodala in for Allen. Both free throws good from Anthony. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for Memphis. They lead by 1. Outside Crowder. And stolen by Bazemore. And even 3-on-3 break. Passes it to Little. The pass to Whiteside. For the lead. And it's good on the way in. Whiteside's got 8 points in the quarter. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Now here's Jackson. He has 6. He feeds it to Crowder. 5 to shoot. Now here's Iguodala. He's tightly guarded. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Pass to Little. Here's Simons. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Anthony no one around. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And it's a 3-point Portland lead. Grizzlies have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Brooks dishes to Jackson. Iguodala outside. Pass to Brooks. The tray. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feed. Iguodala's got 4 assists in the game. Portland's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Simons surveying the D. Passes it to Carmelo. Hey, Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The drive by Brooks, and it's in there. Brooks has got 11 points.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now here's Bazemore. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. That shot misses. Excellent D there from Hill. Memphis has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, a sturdy 2-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
Hezonja, he's checked in for Portland. Jones checked in for Memphis. Here's Jones. He's got 6. Outside Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. Trailblazers trail by 3. And there's the pass to Little. Here's Simons. 43 seconds left to play in the third. Tries it from the top of the key. They grab their own miss. Whiteside can't cash in from close range. Memphis leading by 3. Iguodala the pass to Hill. And it's Hill with the jam.
Yeah, you'd like to push Hill out of the lane, and he'd like to push it back in.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Bazemore with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Just 3 to shoot. They need this. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Grizzlies ball.
We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Make simple passes. We got him caught trying to make a great pass out of the simple pass.
Great communicator Terry Stotts, always teaching and developing his guys.
And he likes that they're playing unselfishly, that they're willing to pass, but take some mustard off the hot dog.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Portland, Hazonia at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little. Then there's Kent Bazemore, and it's Simons in at the point guard. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
Hood's checked in for Portland. The Grizzlies also making a change. Clark, he's checked in for Jackson. Here's Simons. Outside Hood. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got 8 rebounds in this game. Anderson outside. Pass to Hill. Back to Anderson. Jones kicks to Iguodala. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Clark. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got his 6th assist on the night.
And I love that range there from Clark. At this point in his development, it's not as daunting as trying to be a consistent 3-ball shooter.
Little dishes to Bazemore. Anderson with the block.
Good intensity on defense. Kyle Anderson using the length that time and timing it well to get the rejection.
And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
That free throw, no good.
Iguodala's leadership is really unsurpassed. Steve Kerr calling him the adult in the room. His teammates definitely listen and respect all things that he offers up.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Hazonia. McCollum comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anfernee Simmons. And he sinks the second. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Pass to Jones. Iguodala outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Hassan Whiteside.
using his height perfectly on the inside. Iguodala making the D get physical with his play.
And he knocks down the first one. He doesn't get the second one.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Pass to Lillard. No one near him. And he swishes it right through.
I know CJ plays the two-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
The pass to Jackson. To the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Anderson's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 5. Hood drives in, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
What a powerful move there from Rodney Hood as he takes flight.
And so here's Memphis. Anderson outside, and the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's foul number 2 for him. Allen's checked in for the Grizzlies.
Grayson Allen.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Anderson against Hood, 6 to shoot. Jones for 3. And another miss by Memphis. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home. Wide open. They get it again. Whiteside. Good on the bucket.
Some of the best centers in the league understand every aspect of the offense and where shots are coming from. And Whiteside positioned himself well for that one.
And it's tied up with that one.
And the personality of Whiteside can be infectious when he's engaged. And there are times when I think the coaching staff tries to draw that out of him, make him more competitive, more consistent.
Count the basket.
Now, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And Portland making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He said, we're getting some looks on the 3, but we're not connecting. But don't get frustrated. He told them it's a game of ebbs and flows. Keep shooting with confidence. Guys?
All right, thank you, David.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Man, that's just tough because that would have tied up the score. That's a tough one to swallow here in the fourth.
Now here's Anderson. Here's the three. The three-pointer is right on target. Now it's a 5-point Memphis lead.
And he was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
And the basket by McCollum.
Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
Here's Clark. Ball's knocked loose. And here we go, Anthony heading to the hoop. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Good hands by Lillard. You cannot get lazy or he'll pick your pocket and go the other way.
Allen outside. Pass to Jackson. Over Whiteside. Jackson misses. For Portland, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Jones. He's off on that one, and it's Portland the other way. McCollum left side to take the lead. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that CJ can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, not when the defense is asking him to.
Two.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan, and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game.
Slick red type up, cause my band's big though. Wanna take a picture, so I hope you try to take none. Think I'm lying?
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Hassan Whiteside.
And when he's been on the floor, it has been a clinic in rim protection and shot blocking. He's played the defense of 3 men tonight. His block total has gotten to a point you almost never see in an NBA game.
Here's Jones. Pass to Allen. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Jackson passes to Clark. Anderson outside, 4 on the shot clock. Over Hood. Memphis the rebound. Misses from close range. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. McCollum trying to get open. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Rodney Hood mixing it up, doing a good job of getting in there and drawing a foul.
Your trailblazer, Rodney Hood. At the line for 2.
That free throw good from Hood.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
So he gets them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's Allen. Jones kicks to Jackson. Anderson against Hood. And here's Anderson to halt the run. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Anderson against Hood. Back to Lillard. Over Jones. Another shot. Whiteside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Whiteside at his size is a super tough cover for the defense, which is why they resort to fouling.
Two shots.
And he can't get the first one. So he comes up empty, missing both.
The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson. And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board. Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Here's Clark. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Anthony.
Clark taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second.
He was able to tie it up, but he has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
Now Lillard. From past the arc, it's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Allen dishes to Jones, passes to Clark. Jackson trying to break free. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got 14 points now in the second half. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. 1:35 left in the game. And the three off target. Memphis has gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Jackson trying to break free. And Anderson gets it to go. And now it's a 4-point Memphis lead. The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Now, here's Lillard. Takes the 13-footer. Count that one. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
Here's Clark. A putback. They shoot again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Little, he's checked in for Anthony. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. There's 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Lillard with it. Down low. Shot clock at 5. Offensive rebound. Good. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, Greg, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Here's Clark. Over in the corner, Allen. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Grizzlies lead by 3. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're behind by 3. 16 seconds left in the fourth.
It's too easy, like I'm shooting in a trash can. I still want it even if I get a bad pass. Numbers like a man. Able to get $1 million Put your name and your ankles on a hashtag. Oh, I think I lost your ankles, get the maps at. You gon' have to run this back like a halfback. I got everybody talking like a group chat. They was sleeping on that boy like it. I make everybody fall off. Handle it all black like a Batman. Dribble too much, ooh, who is that, man? Put your name and your ankles on a hashtag. This too easy, it's like shooting on a trash can. Ooh.
Watch shoot this boy from the window, you know, I swear I have no catch. She with that yada, drop you, pull up, on that top. Always hit the target, boy.
16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Bazemore on the wing. Guarded by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bazemore.
Yeah, that's a tough one, Kev. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They lead by 3. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Want a classic, that's just 10 of these. Crime family like the Genovese. You don't want drama, capiche. My house is full of supermodels just like Muhammad Hadid. I take it serious, my comic relief. I find it funny how I keep on talking in comics and freeze. I'm standing at the top of weight, the climbing the reach. I even got my very own initials inscribed in my sheets. Subtle reminders are key. Genius. Spoiler alert, the second act is tragic. And everyone that wants the worst for me is asking what happens. Yeah, so many times I started walking backwards. Like Charlemagne, I see the light and see the darkest patches. Bury me and I'll be born again. I walk in godly form amongst the mortal men. I got some real across the border fence. I made a note of the mistakes we can't afford again. Like I said, can of words and I'm the early bird. Wanna hang, but I'm too busy doing dirty work. Hit him back and say we'll link up on the 33rd.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Shooting for Memphis, Tyus Jones. 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 4. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
Hood for 3. No good. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Bailey, Greg Anthony, and David Owen, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.